Okay, moving on to the vocabulary portion of the test. Remember that you can pause at any time to go at your own pace. Directions. Match the correct definition to the vocabulary words listed on the left by placing the appropriate letter on the corresponding line. You guys know how to do this. You've done this forever. Number 1, haphazard. It can be C or D, so let's look at C and D. Does haphazard mean random, disorganized, or irregular? Or does haphazard mean tempting, or teasing, tormenting, or tempting? Which one, C or D? Put your answer on the line. Number 2, lethargy. Lethargy can be E or F. Does lethargy mean sluggish, inactive, slow? Or does lethargy mean the acceptance of something undesirable but inevitable? Put your answer on the line. Number 3, resignation. Same thing, E or F. Does resignation mean sluggish, inactive, slow? Or does resignation mean the acceptance of something undesirable but inevitable? Number 4, tantalizing. Tantalizing can be C or D. Does tantalizing mean random, disorganized, or irregular? Or does tantalizing mean teasing, tormenting, tempting? Put your answer on the line. Number 5, isolated. Isolated can be either A or B. Does isolated mean done in a cautious way so as not to be heard or seen? Or does isolated mean remote, out of the way, and secluded? Put your answer on the line. Last one, stealthily. Does stealthily mean done in a cautious way so as not to be heard or seen? Or does stealthily mean remote, out of the way, and secluded? Put your answer on the line. Alright, the next portion of this quiz, chapters 19 and 20, are where you can find your answers. Now, there are page numbers at the end of each quote here, but those page numbers only work if you have the black book with you. So if you have the hardback cover, or the audiobook, or the folder book, then you're not going to be able to have the right, or those aren't the right pages, so the answer will not be on that page. Directions. Circle the best answer for the questions below. Number 1, Jonas hesitated. He was afraid that his father wouldn't like it if he watched something so private. A, Jonas finds out that he is allowed to watch releases. He is worried his father would be mad at him for seeing such a private moment, but he decided to watch as his father released one of the twins. B, Jonas watched a recording of his father release Rosemary 10 years ago. Jonas could never look at his father the same because he was a killer. Number 2, the quote is, "You suggested, Jonas, that perhaps Rosemary wasn't brave enough." A, the giver is talking to Jonas about Rosemary. He said that Rosemary was not brave enough to release herself, so she had to have someone else do it for her. B, the giver is talking to Jonas about Rosemary. The giver told him that she asked the person if she could inject herself, knowing full well that what being released meant. The giver said he could not watch. Number 3, Fiona is already being trained. She's very efficient at her work, your red-haired friend. Feelings are not part of the life she's learned. A, Jonas is horrified when he discovers the true meaning of a release. He asks if Fiona knows what it is since she works at the House of Old. The giver tells him that she is training in the art of release, but doesn't understand what it means. B, Jonas understands what release is, but he doesn't seem to be bothered by it. He asks if Fiona knows what release is. The giver tells him that she does. She will soon be the person who releases all of the old. Number 4, they need help. Remember how I helped you in the beginning, when receiving memories was new to you? A, the giver and Jonas come up with a plan. Jonas wants the giver to come with him, but the giver must stay behind to help the people once the plan is fully carried out. B, Jonas is going to give Fiona and his father the memory of release so that they know it is bad. He wants the giver to come, but the giver is making Jonas do it on his own to teach him a lesson. Number 5, no, giver, he said, I want you to keep that, to have with you when I'm gone. A, Jonas wanted to give the giver back his favorite memory, but the giver said he wanted Jonas to keep it because it was such a special memory. B. The giver wanted to give Jonas the memory of hearing beyond so that Jonas could experience music, but Jonas told the giver to keep it because he knows the giver treasures them.